What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe on YouTube, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in before I go in. In the meantime and between time, I will give a few shout outs to the early birds. What's up, Smokey De Niro? Smokey De Niro. Who was that? The Drain? I can't get that name. DeMarcus Henderson, what's up? Boots on the ground. Who's that? Dedrin Abraham. Turner Ira. Salam King. Mark Taylor, what up? What's up, James? Sheila Shishi Red. Shishi. We are simulcasting, fam. Facebook and YouTube. Mike Shields, what's up, Mike? Michelle Braggs, I'm going in, fam. Going in. Going in. As you know, there has been a whole lot of talk lately about cancer culture and those who are on the chopping blocks for it. Whole lot of talk lately about grown-ups behaving badly, inappropriate behavior with minors. Whole lot of talk about that. Most of that talk has been surrounded men. Well, we got a female. You know, you get a female every now and then. Got a female. She is a comedian. Comedian Janelle James. Janelle is facing backlash after fans discovered she previously made a joke about her son's genitalia in a 2021 Netflix comedy special. In the newly resurfaced clip, which is from the comedy series called The Stand-Ups, the Abbott Elementary actress recalls seeing her son's penis and being shocked by how much it had grown since he was a child. She said, my youngest son got a DICK now. Yeah. She said this with a big old smile on her face, and it was to the crowd's joy. I mean, they were like, the crowd was just, they were roaring. They were laughing very, very hard. She talked about how her son ran to the bathroom to another room, and he kind of like, he was naked and he was running to get his towel or something like that. And she just looked up and went, whoa, like, yeah, I hadn't seen it in a while. And it was just, she was like, that's a grown man. That's a get a job DICK. So I'm thinking just like y'all thinking. Damn. First of all, that's one thing. But then she talked about how when he was very little, she used to play with it. Now that, more than anything, is what triggered a lot of people. You play with it. You know, I changed my son's diaper, and it never crossed my mind to play with his thing. I changed my daughter's diaper, and it never crossed my mind to play with her private parts. I mean, is it me? Am I like old-fashioned or something? Am I, because they like to say you're old. You don't understand, you're old. You're old. That's what they like to say, you're old. Maybe am I old? Anytime, like when you don't agree with what's going on today, if you don't agree with something, it's supposed to be hip, in vogue, you don't agree with it. It can't be that you don't agree with it because you have strong convictions. It's got to be your age. It just can't be your convictions. So is it me? Or is anybody else out there think that nothing is wrong with that? Now, having said that, and I want to be very clear with this because I know some of you suffer acutely from cognitive dissonance. I got it. You hear one thing and you hear what you want to hear, and then you take off running. A lot of people say, well, damn, if there was a man saying something like that about his daughter, people would have a fit. He'd be canceled like that. Imagine a male actor having a hit show on Hulu and ABC, and a video surfaced of him talking about playing with his daughter's private parts when she was a baby, at any age, but she's a baby. What would that do? What do you think that would do to his career? What do you think that would do? Okay, now that we got that out the way, I remember growing up and I would see, this is when I was very small. I remember being like 6 years old, and I would be at my grandmother's house like during the summer months. And there was always a lot of people at her house, and my aunts would always be over there. And they'd watch the stories, the daytime dramas, and they would critique the women. They'd be looking at the women like, "Ooh, her butt too big. Ooh, her breast too small." And then there were times when they would help each other. They would undress in front of each other, and they, help each other dress. Might touch each other's boob, like touch them, like, in a manner like, yo, your boobs are. I wish my boobs was this size, and da da da. So I grew up around seeing women behave like that. So as I got older, when I would see women dancing with each other, hugging on each other tightly or whatever, being, really, really friendly and touchy with each other, or critiquing each other's physical appearance, I didn't think too much of it because I just thought, oh, that's how women act. That's how some women act, right? I didn't think too much of it. I said, that's how some women act. So the question is, if that's acceptable, do it extend beyond just how they critique each other and how they, deal with each other? Do it go beyond an innocent? Is that still an innocent thing if they were to touch an infant child in a way that we deem inappropriate, or that society deem inappropriate? How do you explain what if the child had something going on down there, a rash or something? Is it okay then for the parent to touch it? I would say yes, but just playing with it, just on something, something ain't sitting well with me on that, man. Maybe somebody can enlighten me. maybe somebody can enlighten. I'm trying to look at this from different angles. And, I'm trying to look at this from a motherly standpoint. And I just, if I knew my mama was playing around with stuff when I was a kid, like if I had I don't know, I can't see myself, and I can't see any scenario where that's cool, you know, for mama or daddy to be playing around with their kids' private part, like playing with their kids' private part. I can't see that. I don't see a scenario that warrants that. Is it me? Am I what they call them, a prude? Am I a prude? Jersey Slugger says that's a mother's job to handle that. Handle what? Handle what? I don't see a scenario that warrants a parent playing with their child's genitalia. See, this is overlooked oftentimes when it comes to boys. It seems like we get it like that when it comes to girls. But I don't think that we get it enough with how young boys are treated when it comes to adults and being exposed to sexual behavior early on, too early. I don't think we understand how the effects that have. There are a lot of women, I'm not saying she one of those women, but there are a lot of women who sexually assault young boys early on, sexually assault young boys, expose young boys to sex early on. And those young boys become hypersexual. They become hypersexual. Sometimes they become sexual deviants. Sometimes they grow up to hate women so much that they rape and murder them. And all of this is stemming back to being exposed to sexual behavior too early. I do not think that we pay enough attention to that. It's a whole lot of boys who have become rapists. And when they start to tell their stories, almost all of them tell stories about how they were sexually violated, oftentimes by women. And I don't think we're at a point in society yet where we are quick to hold a woman accountable. At least not as quick to hold a woman accountable for sexual deviancy as we are when it comes to men. I'm gonna need some help on this, fam. I'm going into the comments. What's up, Bap? My dog, yeah, say R. Kelly, sister, his own sister, exposed him to sex early on. His own sister. Yusuf, peace. Peso Franklin. What up, Miss Jazzy? Lakeisha Johnson in the building. Gary's Garage. Sheila, what's up, Sheila? Gary's Garage. Ruth Robinson, what's up, Ruth? Concrete Jungle. And you remember also, Richard Pryor said he was exposed to sex early on. He was taken advantage of, I think he said, by an aunt who ran a whole house, or his aunt or his mama, one of them, exposed him to sex early on. And he grew up like, in a whole house. And yeah, I think he said it was an aunt or somebody, a family friend. It was a woman. Definitely it was a woman who exposed him to sex early on. And down the stretch, we came to find out that Richard, where at least it's reported that Richard was a bisexual man. Oh, man. Yeah, Richard Pryor. And if you listen to some of Richard's stories, if you listen to some of his interviews, he actually admits to being bisexual. But he's a comedian, so we didn't know that he was serious. We thought he was just joking around. But after the reports came out that he was really, swinging both ways, you go like, oh, okay. So it's true what Paul Mooney was saying. Richard Pryor, Marvin Gaye, all these people said that they were exposed to sex at an early age. Lanita Pittman, what up? Jerry Sanders said, lock her up. Off the Muscle says, that's nasty. All right, fam, let's do this poll. Let's do a poll. So, recap, Janelle James, comedian Janelle James, who is the star of Abbott Elementary. She is a comedian. A video of her stand-up act resurfaced. This is from 2021. It resurfaced of her bragging on playing with her son's penis. She says when her son was really, really small, she used to play with it, play with his penis. And one day he gets older, and one day he flashes across the room naked, going to get a towel or something like that to the bathroom or whatever. And she saw his thing swinging, and she's like, whoa, like she was like basically saying she was impressed with the size of his penis. And I'm just wondering, like, man, what if a man had said something like that? But anyway, family, give me a thumbs up if you think, man, people are overreacting. They tripping. Thumbs up if you think they're overreacting and there's nothing wrong with what she did. Thumbs down if you say she's wrong as Bishop Long. Thumbs up if you think it's cool what she did, ain't nothing wrong with it. People are overreacting. Get a life. Thumbs down if you say, nah, man, they tripping. Thumbs down if you say, nah, she tripping, she tripped that. That's wrong. Lock her up. Let's see what y'all saying. Jessica Olsen said, nah, thumbs down. Athea Muhammad, thumbs down. Miss B, thumbs down. George Anton, thumbs down. Angel Heaven, thumbs down. Real Cold, thumbs down. Mimi, thumbs down. Thumbs down, oh so good. Thumbs down, Jared Rivers. Thumbs down, Alex L. Thumbs down, Carrie Big. Thumbs down, Judge Dredd. Thumbs down, Kim Richardson. Thumbs down, Uncle G. Okay, so thumbs down unanimously. But why is it that that crowd that she was telling jokes in front of, why were they so excited? Why were they so cool with that? I mean, they was just laughing it up. That was a cringe-worthy moment for me. I couldn't get into a joke like that. A woman talking about playing with her son's penis? Yeah. So Janelle got some explaining to do. And I got it, fam. You know, I got a lot of comedian friends. And I get it. Comedians try to go for the joke. No matter what, they trying to get that joke. They trying to get the joke. But damn, man, there has to be some type of boundaries. Even as a comedian, you got to have some boundaries. If Chris Rock would have had boundaries, he wouldn't have got slapped on Oscar night. So a lot of people say, well, you know, he's just going for the joke, Man, look, man, you messing with that man's wife. Because it wasn't just about him telling the joke. Remember, Jada said he tried to get at her when she and Will had broken up for a while. You know, when they was at least separated, he thought it was sweet, so he tried to slide on in. So you got to know that had to be on Will's mind. So he didn't have any boundaries. Even though he had been kicking it with the Smiths, he had been hanging around them. They run in the same circles. So I'm sure they probably thought that they were, you know, they were friends. And dude didn't have any boundaries. At the moment he thought that Jada was free, he went after her. Even though he had been all around her and her husband, taking pictures together with him and everything, kicking it, hugging and all that, the moment it looked like she wasn't with Will anymore, he tried to slide in. Perhaps if he had had boundaries, he wouldn't have got slapped. Man, you got to have boundaries. I don't care what it is that you do, you know. I did my thing in this rap thing, but I had boundaries. There were certain things I just decided I'm not going to say for the sake of it being a good punchline. It's a dope rhyme. I'm not going to say that. Other things I said that people may have had a problem with it, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Or maybe I thought it was a bigger deal, but I'm going to say it anyway. But the bottom line was I had boundaries. You got to have some boundaries, man. I don't care what you got going on. Baby sis, what up? Mabel Carbon. What's up, Mabel? Joyce Marshall. Monty Edwins. Monty Edwins. Why does this name sound familiar? Hold on. Monty Edwins. Monty Edwins. Okay. Okay. Renetta Williams, what up? The Book of Life. Judge Drez, hey, yo, what up? All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. I just thought that y'all would find this very interesting. And let's see how the double standard play out. Because we know if it was a man who had admitted to touching, playing with his daughter, not even touching, playing with his daughter's genitalia. Playing with it. Can you imagine? Career over. Like that. Like that. Career is over. So let's see how this play out. Till next time, fam. No more talk.